Hello, and welcome to the Design of Forms. And today, we're going to look at a trans-auric form. There are two of them. And today, we're going to look at the Penta. And the Penta, I really should begin with just explaining to you this trans-auric phenomena. All the other forms that we have looked at, they are self-enclosed auras. They're self-enclosed. But the moment that we get to the Penta, we get to an auric form that is morphous, and it is an auric form that is the byproduct of other auras. So for example, when three people are together in a room, their auras morph into a pentic aura. And the pentic aura dominates. We are all born into pentas. We have them ourselves. We go to school in them. We work in them. You know, Penta is very much a part of the nature of being. Now, the transauric form is something that almost smacks of science fiction until you actually see the analysis of the way in which it operates. And only then do you begin to understand how powerful a force this is in our lives. And of course, a Penta has a design. And the design of the Penta is made up of those channels that run between the sacral center through the G center to the throat. You can see that the Penta, in a sense, is a very different kind of creature. It's a different kind of creature in that it does not have any set awareness system, no spleen, no ajna or head, no emotional system. It has no ego. There is no pressure. There is no root. There is just this pure generative force, a driving force. So much of the behavior of human beings that is attributed to them is actually a byproduct of what Penta does to us. The materialism of our species, which is an obvious thing, which is somehow blamed on the spirit of individual beings. The reality is that this is Penta-driven. And it's Penta-driven because, in fact, it is serving the potential of the gene pool. If you bring enough pentas together, you establish a gene pool. It is all about being successful. It is all about children being allowed, to grow into adulthood in healthy and ultimately successful ways. It is about the way in which we live together, the way in which we do things together both inside and outside in terms of the world around us. The transauric forms are very, very powerful. You see, you become a different person when you enter into a complex aura. You lose all the nuances of the diversity that's there in your design because it becomes restricted in this matrix. We all know that as children, that when we finally get to leave home, that those times when we have to return into our household, how uncomfortable we can be, because the full potential of who we are as a being doesn't exist in that environment. And by the way, it's not the fault of the parents. It's the way Penta works. It is deeply restrictive because it is designed to create harmony in a small grouping and give them a direction as a group in their lives. The program, the world that we live in, it operates through pentas. In human design, we deal with the Penta in two ways. It is the foundation of family analysis. So it gives us the potential to be able to look at family groups and to be able to understand the dynamics of family that you cannot see in any other way. This unique matrix and what happens to each of the members of the family when they are in this matrix, in this Penta. And the other side of it is that it's used in business analysis. For small business groupings, And again, it operates under the same laws. The only thing that's changed in that sense is the keynoting and the approach to understanding what one can do with Penta knowledge. It makes an enormous difference in family life. And it can make an enormous difference to the success of any small business group. The Penta, a transauric form.